I love that Light is spamming start and go so that CasterMuse can't see us say if we're ready or not.
Not just that, but he's always the last one to join the game. It's just things like this. Guys, the thing you don't understand is Tastosis and I have been casters forever, and we've seen so much of pro behavior behind the scenes, and it's so hilarious. Just stuff like that, where it's like, you're the last one in the game, then you spam them to go. It's like, dude, you were watching the replay, you're not even supposed to, and you made us wait 5 minutes for that, and now you're spamming to go. It's like, are you actually this entitled? How could this be?
I remember, I won't say the name, but a long time ago in StarCraft 2, we had a pro who kept starting the game without us being in the game at a major tournament. And I'm like, he's like, well, you were late. I'm like, I don't know, man. My job is to cast this. You like have to let me in the game. You can't start the game without me, man. This is really weird. Like,
do you understand why you're paid?
Yeah, we can't have an esports event if these games aren't casted, man. I don't know what you want me to do, dude.
So true. God, I remember that. Whew. All right, so top right we have Royal, aka Sorry. A lot of people consider him maybe the third best Terran out there right now after Light and Rush. In the bottom left we have Light, considered the best Terran in the world now that Flash is in the military. Yeah, I would say Sorry has the most out there style of the top Terrans right now, for sure. And Light has the most standard. So this is opposites going at each other.
Yeah, this is forward racks. But this isn't actually that aggressive, right?
No.
This is like you get to scout more quickly with the floating racks. And
if they go like, you can pressure. He'll probably pressure with 2 Marines. Just because they'll get there relatively quickly. And like if Light were to be going for like a gasless expand or something, you force more SCVs to come down and fight. You force a quicker bunker, which slows the factory and might slow some SCV production. So it's a good pressure play. But like, let's say that you make that barracks there and your opponent is proxy 8-raxing you lose. You know? And, yeah.
Excuse me. So one thing about this map that I've always found kind of interesting to follow is the fact that you're basically giving these bases, let's take the orange player's perspective here. You have this third base that's up here, a fourth base, but you're both expanding towards this double gas location. And gas is an extremely important resource in TVT. And that might sound silly, but gas is more important in some matchups than others. Like ZVT or ZVP, excuse me, the Zergs don't worry about having that much gas. Like it's good if you can get it, but you don't need it. Like the way the Protoss need gas in a PvZ. But TVT, man, I mean, gas is where you get to make all your mechanical units, factories, tanks, starport units. And so it's very important. But there's also these 2 bases down in the bottom right. And because these bases are so far from the top left, it does make for some interesting games where occasionally one side gets one side of the map, the other side's taking the other.
Yeah, that does happen actually a surprising amount on this map. If it does go to that late game situation. Generally, I think the player with the 2 bottom right bases is in a better position because the top left is more attackable. Like, the bottom right, you can turtle in such a way that like it can't be broken, basically. You have like 5 tanks plus mass turret. Oh my god, you have to spend infinity. Whereas the top left is much more open, so if it gets in that situation, probably the player with that bottom right is going to be able to win. Sometimes you also get it split where each person has one of those little pocket bases and then you're kind of fighting over top left. But honestly, I feel like a lot of games here end more quickly because someone will outmaneuver the other because there's so many paths around the map that if you have like smart Vulture movement and smart tank movement, sometimes you can just catch your opponent off guard and get into a position where they can't break out. So we've got, I think what's going to be a fairly slow start here, but when you're playing in these kind of positions, like I see a third factory's been thrown down here. Is there like a kind of blueprint build that you want to come out with right away at the start? Whoa, this Vulture's actually doing quite a bit of damage. Yeah, but Royal actually holds on. We'll get the moving shot there. Is he going to get the moving shot on this one? He does, but turns around because he knows there's another Vulture on the way. So A strong turnaround. Sorry, what were you asking right before that little scuffle?
Well, I basically was trying to figure out how to fill time because I thought nothing was going to happen and those vultures fought. But basically, like, I was asking if, like, when you start out on a map like this, is there some kind of a blueprint build that you it's like a go-to for you? Well, on a map like this, because I see right now it's getting into that vultures arms race.
Yeah, that's actually the way that TVT realistically, that's like the base of TVT is factory expand into 3 factory vulture, because map control is so important. It's almost more important than bases, and vultures can threaten a kill, unlike other stuff in TVT. Like, if you overwhelm, if you get 2 more vultures in your opponent and run in and target his down, you are going to overwhelm them and actually kill them. It's a lot like Dragoons versus Dragoons, or Mutas versus Mutas, or Lings versus Lings. So 3 factory vulture is like a great opener, and it's really demanding mechanically. But yeah, that's basically the answer.
So we have the starport coming here for light, but Royal went with a 4th factory.
Yeah.
Now this is better for light, right?
So yes, I would say yes. The important thing is that he does not move out. He needs to sit very defensively. So, you know, like the Ling Concave at the top of a ramp in CVZ?
Yeah.
You need to make that with your vultures so that as soon as vultures come in, all of your vultures are firing so they can't attack you. Because we are going to have more vultures for Royal, but he doesn't have an armory, and he likely won't have one. So yeah, you got to be very careful, very defensive here. Now, the Siege Tank pops out, and that's going to basically cue Royal into something's happening. So he's going to dive in and target vultures down. And he has more vultures, so he will start to kill them. More vultures coming in right now. I don't know that this is this going to work?
I think it might, man. The vulture count's getting pretty low. We're at the point where the vultures can almost nearly, like, one-shot. No, I guess not.
Yeah, Light.
He has enough to hold on.
This is Light's game to lose right now. This is a fantastic position for him. There's no armory, no second gas for Royal. He definitely cut a few SCVs in there as well. And actually, Light uses the Wraith to kill the barracks. So that's going to give Royal a bit of time to get his armory up.
Nice play here. Do you want to try to dive in again with these vultures?
I think he feels behind, so he's going to try, but it's not going to work.
Yeah, I feel like this is just getting better and better and better here for Light here. I mean, it's just...
Dude, yeah, he just... I mean, that's it. Yeah, no, that's it. That's it.
Okay.
It's,
that's what I call
that's a TV
StarCraft.
Oh, I told you, they try to end it pretty quickly.
Guys, I'm telling you guys, if your friends aren't sure they want to watch this this show we've been doing, man, you show them that game, all right? They're gonna...
That'll get them.
The FOMO is gonna kick in so much.
Yeah. Well, Light was 3 factory vulture. He sat back 100% defensively. He read that it was 4 factory vulture, because that's the funny thing. 3 factory vulture negates 2 factory vulture. So you can't go 2 factory vulture unless you're immediately going into Goliath. So then it's like, okay, 3 factory vulture versus 3 factory vulture. Well, if one of us cuts 2 SCVs and gets a 4th fact, that player's ahead. But do you know what kills that? A Wraith. But you know what kills that? Vulture's getting in right before you can kill him with the Wraith, because then you can kill their vultures. But he had that extra siege tank for the tanking and targeted very well. It was close for a moment.
When the tank came out, I thought, oh, this is not good. Also, I like that the tank was pushed into the front. It's subtle, but that makes it so much harder to take the fight. So cool. Is it another TVT?
I'm not sure. I think it might be, actually.
All right. In the bottom right, we've got the King of the Hill. At least for now, it is Light. And in the bottom left, we've got Piano or Organ. What are we calling him, Artosis?
Piano.
Piano?
Piano's
got it.
better than Organ. Okay, Piano, like, specifically him in Terran versus Terran, he is, like, kind of a little bit of a cheesy player, I want to say. You know what Piano is? He's, like, a caster now, basically. So he's, like, not mechanically, I think, at the same level as the other pros, even though he can still, like, make it into ASL and stuff. And so the way I see him kind of make up for that, he uses really clever stuff. But it's the type of stuff where you look at it, you're like, well, if they figure out what you're doing, you're not going to be in it for a good time.
Right.
So I think that this one will probably be quick, kind of like the last one, because I think Piano will try to pull a fast one on Light, because there's not a realistic way that he'll win a long, drawn-out macro game here.
Yeah, I just can't imagine Piano like going toe-to-toe in a split map against Light. And the thing is, I think Light knows that. And so, occasionally when you have two prominent players and they're both very aware of where they're at, you know, and one player is just better than the other, it can be kind of predictable to do cheesy play or risky stuff, but there's not usually a better option.
Now, look at this, 11-11 for Piano. So you already see him kind of doing that. This is going to give him his factory like 10 seconds quicker. And you can use that for a lot of stuff, right? Like you can just get your vultures out there a little bit quicker. Maybe he wants to put on like a marine vulture pressure in the beginning. It's possible that he goes for a very quick 2-factory pressure. I've definitely seen him do a lot of like 2-factory vulture into Goliath or 2-factory vulture into Starport Wraith type builds. Yeah, let's see how he does it.
How is the middle of the map here for TVT? I mean, it seems it's not buildable terrain, right? But there's like some pretty severe elevation.
Oh yeah,
that you have to work with. You have to go up like double ramps, basically.
Yeah, this map is I complain about this map a lot. Believe it or not, I know that you think that I never complain about anything, but this map TVT it's pretty toxic. Like it's whoever gains map control of the mid and like lays some mines will just rally tanks for the rest of the game and you can't break out. So it's such a vulture battle at the beginning. It's actually kind of insane because you can't get up the ramps. Like if they lay all their mines, like if they just have like 8 vultures, right? And they lay all their mines on one of the ramps going up and you go tank Goliath. On a regular map, if you go tank Goliath, you can scan and remove mines and move forward. If you're trying to do that uphill, you're missing half your shots and you literally won't even clear the mines with your scan. And there's vultures shooting at you. And they're rallying siege tanks at you. So it's like it forces both sides basically to either do something super tricky and get you into a weird position or to go like just really vulture heavy battles. So it's the map, like I don't like this map TVT. It gets decided so quickly. It kind of reminds me a little bit of PvP on Gladiator, you know, where you're just kind of like, oh, god damn it. Like, what? Oh, you got me. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Gladiator's a funny one, too. I would like to almost have that map reintroduced just to see if people play it differently, because I think I want, because, yeah, that was a map where, like, you get because you start out on low ground, if you get a Dragoon on their high ground, it's like, well, now what? You're going to hope that your Reavers know how to shoot up a ramp? Is that your plan? Is that your strategy?
Yeah, exactly. So look at what Light is doing here, right? He's gone a single Vulture add-on, and now he's going Starport. So what he's counting on is a Vulture opener or a tank and Vulture opener from his opponent. Because, again, like, you know, Vultures are so powerful here, so you have to deal with that immediately. And
he did get a good denial on that SCV mining or making the command center. Command center is going to finish first here for Light.
Yeah, a little edge there. We'll see what his Wraith can do, because obviously we don't see any sort of armory as of yet, but we could see it. Honestly, this is not like the type of opener I was expecting out of Piano, but he might just be making a second tank and running across the map. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so he's going 2-factory tank, and I guarantee you he's getting either mines or speed right now, and he's just going to go for it.
Now, when the Wraith gets over here, I mean, it's a problem when you can't attack the Wraith, but a Wraith takes a long time to kill, or to kill anything, I should say.
Yeah. But it should be enough to push the tanks back if he turns it around, because he'll have a second one joining it as well. So here comes the Wraith. He sees 2 Vultures leaving. He's going to see the factory count. He'll see the armory on the way. He might just right-click on the SCV, making the armory. And look, he lands the barracks there, so it's harder to repair the SCV. So beautiful from Light. See that SCV?
Oh,
dude! And now,
he's trying to be a luck boy. What was that term you're using?
He's going for the luck boy strat. It's amazing. Oh
right,
my
well,
god, he's gonna
piano's
try to
in.
float it. Oh, he's floating it over it so that you can't right-click on it to finish it.
Oh, that's so smart.
Oh, you
I didn't even know that you
dirtbag.
could do that.
You. Oh my.
He's a dirt.
Okay,
Dirt.
You need to pause the game here as piano and be like, what are you doing? That's ridiculous. Look at this armory. Like, I mean, piano's playing a bit cheesy, but that's ridiculous.
All right, he finally finishes
Dude,
it.
look at the race. 5 kills. Here comes number 6. He's gonna get more too.
The Goliath is making. Is he going to get out of here in time? The push is coming up. The bunker's going to buy a little bit of time. Does he have siege mode making here? I'm sure he does.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And the funny thing is, there's actually not enough to protect this from the wraiths either.
No. That one marine is not going to do anything. The mines are kind of like the. Oh my god. Yeah, this is
over.
It's good targeting by piano. It's good part. Really good targeting.
All right. All these SCVs pulled after this many SCVs were killed over here. This is just brutal.
No, yeah. That looks so sad, totally. I think he had this idea where maybe he could just barely repair his tanks out of wraith killing range.
Yeah, I think he thought he could snowball a fight here. He cannot. Now, the game isn't over in the sense that we're going to see GG right away here, but I mean, Light is in such an extraordinary position here. And he's still killing SCVs with these wraiths. Now he's got cloak.
Yeah.
Okay,
right,
I'm
GG.
sorry, it is over.
Yeah.
GG.
Well, I mean, it wasn't the openers exactly that I thought I would end up seeing from them both, but like, Light gave himself a huge amount of room to outplay Piano with the Wraith tank opener. That opener is a little bit complicated to play compared to like Vulture spam, but it's harder to get caught complete. Like, if you're making like tanks plus Wraiths, you're kind of, that counters like everything, right? Like, you can kind of hold on if you have the skills. So.
Well,
Wow.
GG. I'm surprised how short our TVTs were. Whenever
Yeah.
we're about to start a TVT, I have to kind of mentally prep myself because I know it can be, you know, an hour-long game, but apparently not today.
All right, let me just double check that that's all. I believe that is the last match.
And guys, thank you so much for joining us here today. We do have the ASL Patreon, patreon.com/ASL English. Because the ASL is done for this season, we're trying to make some more StarCraft content. We have a goal for these King of the Hill things you could check out there, but your support's appreciated. And we're waiting to try to pick up another league. We don't have any word on that yet, but we're going to try to make stuff like this. And we didn't know if we were going to be able to get the pros to come down, but they did turn out, which is great. And if we've done this once already, I think it's safe to say we can do it again.
Yeah.
And again, special thanks to CasterMuse for helping us organize this. He's much better connected with these pros, and honestly, it's an honor to see this many pros show up so that we can cast them to a foreign audience.
That was awesome. Yeah. So big thanks
We've spent most. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, it's echoing what you're saying, basically. Like, CasterMuse has done a great job helping us, so big thanks to him. Big thanks to everyone who's supported patreon.com/ASL English. And yeah, this, I think it went really well, and Nick and I will talk about it and smooth over the format a little bit and make sure it's as fun and cool as it can be. Guys, leave us you know, your ideas and like your feedback basically about what you liked, what you didn't like about it, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something, guys. A lot of people were telling us, most of our career has been people telling us that people don't want to watch StarCraft, and I'm always happy to prove them wrong. I think we had a great showing here today. And yeah, man, we're going to go back, like Artosis said, and kind of look at what we did here and see what we can do better. The first time you do anything like this for a show or a cast, it's always a little bit bumpy. We got to iron out some of the wrinkles in the production. But this is, overall, it was awesome, man. The games were good.
Yeah, only a few little bumps today, but we'll get that better for next week. And yeah, I think that's about it. I have been on all fucking day. I have been on for 11 hours now, so I am getting off.
Just getting started here.
Tastosis,
I'm going to be laddering
over to you. So
please do,
guys.
If you guys want to really see why I'm casting and not playing in our King of the Hill, you can see now we're close to A rank.
Tasteless, we should play in the King of the Hill. That'd be awesome. You can choose who you want to play
it's just
against.
like I'm in between like Stork and Light and games. Like, well, let's throw Tasteless in, see how he does.
That'd be amazing. Right, Elizabeth's Ramen, Sapper Bride. Thank you for the subs, guys. Big thanks again, Freud and Jung. And Tears. A lot of gifted subs as well. Okay. It was a lot of fun, Tasteless.
It was fun, Artos.
I guess
good
I
work
won't
today.
see you till Monday. I'll talk to you tomorrow, though.
Yeah, give me a ring tomorrow.
Okie dokie. You have a good stream. Hey, guys, we're going to raid Tasteless. What's your channel? Tasteless TV.
Yeah. Someone else got the other Tasteless, so.
Well, that's the OG.
I've got one of those terrible channel endings with fucking TV at the
You
end.
should have been Tasteless _ SC2, is my opinion.
This is going to be a fun night. I might even be doing some reviews of these replays. I think I kind of want to look at how Snow played and some of his PVTs. This occurred to me when we were doing the show, where I'm like, oh, I can actually save these replays. I'm going to have pro replays on my computer. I didn't. This is it's the most valuable thing, Artosis.
Yeah, it really is. It's like gold. All right, guys. I will see you all later. Tasteless, you have a good stream. You go fucking.
Yeah, take care, buddy. Good
flying
job today.
SCVs come into your base. Just leave the game. But make
And
sure you
I
call
think
the guy
I need
a
you to
little
hang
bitch
up
first.
I need you to hang up the Discord call too. I don't know how to get you off camera. I think.
You mean I can
Or
sit
you can
here
just-
and bother you the whole time?
You can just be in my stream.
Or I'll just like
I
turn
think
off my stream and then like walk back on naked and get you banned on Twitch. It'd be so sick.
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh, I can hold you hostage. It's amazing. Okay,
I know.
I'll leave you now, Tasteless. Bye bye.
Bye bye.